Hey guys, long time no see. So we're on the second episode of today, which is called Soul Salvation. And this episode totally gave me the feelings that when I remember Reiner's backstory, because we get Zeke's backstory of when he was a child and growing up. And it's a heartbreaking one too. Gosh, these poor guys back in Marley. So yeah, Zeke right now is in a really bad situation. He's at Levi's mercy right now, and he's just having these flashbacks of when he was a kid. And it's kind of the same situation with Reiner. He tried so hard, but just was always behind on everything. Like he was a straggler, just trying to keep up with the rest of the warrior cadets. And he wasn't that good. So then we get a young Magath looking on because, he's training them all. And we get the Beast Titan at the time. And his name was, I think, Xavier. And, he's kind of asking, like, who's that little one that's, like, straggling along? And, that's Zeke. So Zeke is just trying to do his best because he wants to, impress his father. He wants to make his father proud because the Grisha, because we get Grisha and, Dina, more of their past as well when they were alive. And Grisha is like, in order to, you see what's been happening to us, be the way that we're treated, because it was such a sad situation when they were out and they had gotten permission. The guy had thrown water at them because he realized that they were Eldians, so they're trash and not even, they were treated like shit. And Zeke remembers seeing that, and then Grisha right away is like, and you're the only one that's going to be able to change this for all of us, and kind of just planted that seed that we need you in order to to change everything. And so Zeke is just trying so hard to become this warrior to fulfill this for Grisha. And then he's just always been neglected. He comes home early and he wants to, like, can we hang out, Dad? Like, no, you have more time to study. So it's a sad situation because you can see Grisha and Dina just kind of neglecting. They're so focused on this plan that they have with the I can't even pronounce it, restorationists, and because they're all trying to, this master plan, the secret plan from Marley they're keeping, and they're just so focused on this, and they're just not really being parents to Zeke. So Zeke a lot is on his own. So then, he's walking, he's just sad, and he sees Xavier, and the ball falls to him, and he's like, hey, you want to play? And he's like, oh, well, okay. And, this begins to have time with him. And Xavier ended up being the father figure Grisha never was, because he's paying attention, he's, playing with him, and, just giving him the love, like, that Zeke never got. So during one of Zeke's training exercises, Dina and Grisha decide to go, and of course Zeke's, the straggler as always, and he's behind, and Grisha sees this and just turns around and leaves in disgust. And poor Zeke just sees that happen, and he's just broken because he doesn't want to be a failure to his father. So then when he goes home, at night, he's literally hearing his parents fight, and just, Grisha just saying really horrible things, that he's a failure, we're never gonna win, this is not gonna happen, he's always behind. And on top of that, Zeke's hearing his parents fight, so he's just traumatized. He's trying to cover his ears, and he's crying. So then his only escape of having an actual child is to hang out with Xavier, and Xavier honestly treats him as like his own son, and actually gives him the attention. And Zeke's just wondering, why do you want to become the Beast Titan, and why did you? And he's like, I'm not here for Marley, I'm just here because I'm a researcher. I want to understand how the Titans work better and how they work. And Zeke's like, holy smokes, did he really just say that? You can actually get killed, like, kind of like, because they have to be careful what they say. But at this point, Xavier trusts Zeke so much that he doesn't care what to say in front of him. He's telling him the honest truth. Had it been Reiner, that would have been a different situation. Reiner probably would have just totally ratted on him because Reiner was so, like, brainwashed. But Zeke then later on overhears some Marleyan military saying that they know about the Grisha and the restorationists, and that it's just the time that they're gonna go get them all, and that they know their plan, that it's done, that it's over. So then, Zeke he goes home, but he doesn't exactly tell his parents that he overheard what he said, but he wanted to tell him, like, parents, stop what you're doing. You stop doing these dangerous things. You're going to get us all killed. You know what's going to happen if they catch us? They're going to send us to paradise and we're going to turn into Titans. And please stop for the sake of our family. And Grisha just freaks the heck out of him. He is just like, how dare you say that? No, we need to stop this, and you're our only hope. And no. You're just too far into this plan and so obsessed with it that he disregards of what Zeke says and doesn't care of the consequences. So at this point, Zeke got his answer. He's like, all right, there's nothing I can do. This is my fate. I'm gonna die there, so let me go say goodbye to to Xavier, and because I care for him a lot. And he confides with Xavier and tells him this whole thing. He's like, Xavier, I'm gonna say goodbye to you because this is what happened. This is my parents, they're part of it. And Xavier just freaks out. He's so heartbroken. He's like, no, I can't let this happen to you, because at this point you can see that Xavier has such a fatherly love for Zeke. And Xavier tells the truth. He's like, I used to have a family. I broke the rules and took my armband. I fell in love with a Marleyan woman. She didn't know that I was Eldian, and we had a child together. We were married. And when she found out that I was Eldian, she killed herself and our child. And it's just, it's like, through you were my son. So they helped each other in a way, So that was just so sad to see what had happened with Xavier's situation. He's like, I can't lose you like this. No. So he's like, you're going to have to, rat your parents out in order to save you and your grandparents, who have no fault in the situation at all. You are practically a tool and for your father, and it's not fair that you go down with him when you did nothing wrong. And I can't let this happen. You need to, and your grandparents as well. So he tells Zeke that he needs to, tell on his parents. And that's the whole situation and how, why Zeke did that. And we already know what happens to Grisha and Dina. They were sent to paradise. All the restorationists were captured. They were all turned into Titans. And that's why Zeke was spared and his grandparents. So Zeke then grew up with his grandparents. And then it's a flashback of when Xavier is now older and Zeke's maybe about 18 years old. And we see the new warrior cadets, which is Reiner and Bertolt and all them as little kids. And Xavier is coughing, and kind of like the whole situation with the owl, like he already knew when he was coughing up blood. He's like, I don't have much time left. Xavier is the same situation. He's at his end of his ropes, that he's done, that it's about the time to give up his Beast Titan to Zeke. And, he's telling Zeke that the things that he's understand, the research that he's uncovered so far, and that whoever has founding Titan and has royal blood will be able to control the Titans, control the Titans and control situations. And that's when at the point that Zeke had this thought, he's like, wait, so can that person control if aliens are born? Because he's like, we need to stop them from being born. Like, in about 100 years, if we stop this now, in about 100 years, we'll be extinct. And the world has nothing to, be worried about with the Titans anymore. We'll be done. And, we won't be cursed as well with this, only 13 years and the rest of the world. So we'll kind of like do a favor for the world. It's like, so I will get this. I'll be the one to do this. What is it called? Oh my gosh, not euthanasia, sterilization plan. And he's so into this. That's his plan. So then we see the whole tradition of Xavier, giving up his Titan to him, the sacrificial that they have him hang there, and he's not wearing his glasses but smiling. And Zeke calls him Papa, his dad, because that was his dad to him. And we see that he takes his glasses. So that was his memory, and that's why we understand that those glasses mean so much to Zeke, because they were his father's glasses. So then we get the whole flashback of back when Aaron met Zeke back in Marley, when he was Hobo Aaron at the time. And Zeke is telling Aaron about the whole plan that he has for the sterilization. And Aaron's kind of like, okay, yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I'm with you. Like, let's do this. And he's like, well, we can't touch each other now because it could totally, start something of like, because, they can control the founding Titan. So he's like, not yet, it's not the time. So he's like, just remember me by this, this ball. So that's when we see how Aaron got the baseball. And yeah, that's how we get the whole backstory of Zeke. And then we get to the scene as like Zeke is back to where Zeke is in that little wagon, and Levi's about to chop him up again. Oh, you grow your leg back? Let's do this again. And Zeke's like, no, Xavier, I have to go through with this plan. And when he was little, he had also told Xavier, I have to save the world. So it's crazy because we have Reiner who had said that, Zeke says that, and then, Aaron, they all in their mind have a way that they want to save the world, that they think, they're doing the best, in their mind, of saving the world. So Zeke's like, no, I cannot let this happen, and he just triggers the whole cart. So the sphere explodes because he pulls the line, and then he sees poor Levi, ooh, he's flying away. So we don't know what happens to Levi. And that poor freaking horse, man. That freaking horse was burning alive. That was so sad. And yeah, we don't know what happened to Zeke. So we're kind of left to what's going to happen in the next episode. But yeah, so it's just really sad to see these kids use as tools in both sides. I understand why Grisha did in this situation because, yeah, he wants to save the Eldians. But, it's at the cost of his son, too. But in a way, yeah, they were caught, so Zeke would have died. So it's just crazy to see this whole situation and the backstory of it. And Zeke's backstory is pretty tragic as well. So yeah, we'll see next episode next week. So all right, guys, you have a great rest of your Sunday. Give me a like I said, give me a like for my channel. It helps so much. And just leave a comment if you have any discussions or any, did you like the episode? What did you not like of the episode? And all right, guys, you take care. Bye-bye.